And now, another exciting episode of As the River Churns.
Well, happy Thursday, everybody. As you see, we have some special guests with us today, Lisa.
We do. Two wonderful women.
We have Whitney Ariza, which I think everybody knows Whitney at this point, so we don't really need to introduce her. But we have somebody new, and we are blessed to have her here. I know that was bad. Actually, her name is Courtney Bless, if you haven't met Courtney, and so I was making a little fun with her name there. But we're excited to have you on board here as part of our family, Courtney.
I'm happy to be here and excited to get started.
All right, well, good.
Good.
All right, keep that enthusiasm. We'll get to you all. We'll get to you both a little bit later, I think. But
Absolutely.
Lisa, first, I think we're gonna talk about a trivia question
Yes.
today, right?
Okay. And since Whitney and Courtney are on today, we had to have a wellness question.
Oh, of course.
And this one, you're going to know the answer if you've been watching our show. So you can't Google this question.
You can't Google
You
it.
cannot Google it.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
You can't do any kind of search engine
You
for this.
cannot. No.
The only search engine you could find out for this is actually to have either heard it already or you've Googled Whitney Ariza. Then maybe you might have, if you Googled her, you might have.
would we-
Google me.
What would we find if we Googled Whitney?
Boy, that's an interesting, we should do that sometime. That would be kind of fun, right? Oh, Brian's going to do it and see what he comes up
Brian's
with.
going to Google for us in the background here. So let's see what we find on Whitney. But, okay, today, the trivia question, the prize today is one of these wonderful tumblers that has our clubhouse, our new River Landing logo up in the clubhouse. You can purchase these in the pro shop, but someone today is going to win one of these.
Wow. Well, hopefully.
I hope so.
Otherwise, Whitney gets it because if she stumps everybody on this
Nobody
one.
call. I want that tumbler.
Okay, so before we get to the question, the number to call, get your phones ready, 336-389-4103. So have that programmed and ready, because I think this is going to go quick.
Yes.
Because we've talked about it a few times.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we
You
go.
ready?
Are we ready?
The question is, how many laps around the new wellness track makes up 1 mile?
1 mile.
How many laps?
Yeah, how many laps?
Oh, the phone's already ringing.
Already.
Look at that.
Wow. There you go.
Wow. Now remember, you have to talk to Michelle live. You can't leave a message.
No, that's
The
right.
first caller that gets through, it's just kind of the way the game goes.
And won't this be nice to have on the wellness track to put your water in?
And
Yes.
tell us about the little water fountains. What will they do with this?
Okay, now the water fountains that we have actually have a water bottle filler of filtered water.
Ooh.
And so
Look
you
at that.
just take your lid off, put it right
Just
under,
put it right
and
under
it's
it.
going to fill it right up.
You don't even have to touch it. It's touchless, right?
touch-
That's right.
touchless.
That's
and
right.
it counts the number of plastic bottles that we save.
Yes.
So
See? I like it. This was a good prize.
it's
Yeah.
very good prize.
Yes. And if you'd ever like to purchase one, go up to our clubhouse and check out the pro shop. They're available for sale up there. And just charge it to your monthly resident account.
Thank you, Vanna.
So I've been around Amy in marketing too long.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
not a good
It's not
combination
good.
either.
It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know what's going on, but I haven't seen Michelle come back into the room yet. I thought
haven't
this would be
either.
an easy one, you know?
I did too.
I would figure there would be 15, 16, 17 phone calls on this one.
Yep. Are you trying to give away something there, Tom?
Maybe. Maybe
Okay.
there was a hint there. Do we have a winner? We have a winner already.
Okay,
So
we have a winner.
it didn't take 15, 16, or 17 phone
No,
calls.
it
Yeah.
didn't. So
No, it
don't
didn't.
call anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste your time. We do have a winner. We'll announce it later on in the show.
Okay. That's good, Lisa. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, let's get into the COVID statistics. So, can you believe today is September 3rd?
No.
Today is September 3rd already.
know,
We're only a
it's
couple weeks away
crazy.
from fall.
Yes,
Why is
that's
it so
true.
hot outside?
Well, this is because it's typical for early September, right?
It is hot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Today is like supposed to be 90-some degrees, isn't it?
Yes.
So it feels that way outside. Anyway, all right. As always, we get these statistics from North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services website. It's their dashboard. Since Monday, which was the last time we've been on, they've had 91,665 tests. That's over a 3-day period. That's 30,000 tests a day. So, where before, last week, it seemed like there was a little bit of a lull in tests. Boy, we picked up again all of a sudden. I wonder if this is all the colleges picking up, starting to do all their testing.
Right, that could be.
Because I know a lot of them are starting to do
Right,
testing.
right.
So, as a matter of fact, I know my son and my daughter, who both go to UNCG, they've got
They
a
have to
couple
test?
cases now, and so now they're starting to test the kids that are in the dorms.
Sure.
They're starting to test them. So it's, yeah. So anyway, out of those 91,665 tests, there was 4,896 positives, which is 5.3%. So we like that, seeing that number be at that 5% mark, or even a little bit less. Because as we talked about in our last session, the number of testing we have to do here in our nursing center is dependent on not just the main number, but also the number for the county itself. So for Guilford County, we need that percentage to be under 5% so that we don't have to be testing and having our staff go through that on a weekly basis. But anyway, that's good. It's nice to see that percentage drop. Unfortunately, we've had 101 additional deaths since Monday. We're at 2,803. But here's some good news. The hospitalizations have dropped again. It's dropped by 65 since Monday. So we're at 858. So we were well up over 1,000 and even hit that 1,100 mark,
Right,
I think, if I'm
right.
not
We did.
mistaken. So that's good. So we're happy about that. And then in the counties, Forsyth has 6,287 positive. Guilford went over 7,000. We're at 7,076. We passed Durham's. Durham's at 7,017. Wake's at 15,391 positive cases, and Mecklenburg is 25,856. So, we got to get Guilford back down there a little bit again. I think you all may have heard this. We put out a notice last night, but unfortunately we did have our second staff person come back to us and tell us they were positive in St. Andrews. So we've had 2 now within a week in St. Andrews, unfortunately. So we didn't mention this, or we mentioned something on Monday which actually changed as of Tuesday, but we went ahead and started testing staff and residents in St. Andrews at this point. We just really want to make sure that we can see where our baseline is for that. So we're hoping to get those tests back. They were tested yesterday, so we're hoping to get those tests back tomorrow. That's the hope. But usually it's about a 48 to 72-hour turnaround. So we'll see about that. And then we're also going to be, even if we all have no more positives from St. Andrews, we will still test again next week. We have to do at least 2 tests without having any positives before it's not considered an outbreak. So right now they consider this an outbreak. So it's quite possible that on the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, we could show up on there. I don't know if we are, because this was in our assisted living versus our skilled nursing. I haven't found that out yet, but it's quite possible we're going to end up on that list. And so, it's unfortunate that we might end up on this list, but again, so far, it's not residents. This has just been all staff. We still believe that the staff members are getting it from outside River Landing. This is a coincidental thing, but we don't know that for sure. So this is part of the reason we're going to do the testing, and we're going to just kind of see where we are. So we'll have hopefully some answers to that shortly here. Okay, and then just the last part of the statistics, when it comes to the congregate living settings, nursing homes and residential care facilities, out of the 172,000 positive cases, 12,437 are from nursing homes and residential care facilities. That's 7.2%. And we've been really 7.2% for a long time of that total. 1,371 of the 2,803 deaths have come from nursing homes and residential care facilities. So that's 48.9%. And then we did have an increase in the number of congregate living outbreaks. We went up 7. We were at 299 on Monday. We're at 306 today. So I did not look. They usually update the outbreak list, the list of the communities on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'm going to look tomorrow and see if we're on the list or not. We might be on that list, we might not. The important thing about that, though, now is that with the new rulings that have come out from the governor's office and outdoor visitations, which now we have some procedures on and some from the state, which I'm really happy about, we can't do outdoor visitations and, if we are on the outbreak list. So I'm going to see if we're on there. If we're on there, we're going to be probably another month before we can start doing outdoor visitations, because it's going to take at least, you have to be outbreak free for at least 28 days before they pull you off the list. So we could be at least a month or so from being able to do outdoor visitations, with the outbreak. But we'll see. Maybe we didn't make the list, and if we don't make the list at this point, we might be able to do that a little sooner than that. But there's, I know you've got this in here to talk about, but with the outdoor visitations, we've been waiting a long time for them to finally send the procedures, and of course, our luck here, as soon as we get the procedures, then we have an outbreak here, and so that's going to mess us up a little bit, unfortunately, as we look to do that. But I can tell you, the amount of prep work we have to do to just get ready for outdoor visitations is tremendous. And so it was not something we can just turn on a dime and do starting on Monday. That's just not going to, wouldn't work anyway.
Right.
We would need at least a week or so or more of preparation to be able to do it. So we're going to go ahead and do that anyway and get prepped for it. And when we can do it, when we can, we've gotten the clearance to go ahead and move forward with that, we will do that, because we like the idea of doing outdoor visitations, and we want residents who are in the healthcare center to be able to see their loved ones and visit with them at an outdoor setting, not just through the windows or doors at this point, which is what we've been doing up to this point. So we're getting there, and I think that's going to be a really good thing when we can start putting it in place. So I'm excited about the outdoor visitations. Okay,
just to talk a little bit more, the governor did give an update on Tuesday.
Yes.
He has moved us into phase 2.5.
2.5.
So we're not quite there at 3 yet. We're at
No.
2.5.
Right. Next one will be 2.75, I think.
It might be. That's
Or
why.
maybe it's 2.763954, something like that.
It could be.
Who knows what phase we'll be in at that
It
point.
could get
right?
creative. We're not sure. But really, what does that mean for us?
Right.
So he did share that gyms can open on Friday. I think it's after 5 or 6 o'clock, something
Yes.
like that. I'm not sure what that magic number is.
Right.
Why 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
Well,
but
they do everything on Fridays at 5. I mean, have you
They
noticed
do.
that? It's just funny how they do that. Everything begins, when they have a conference in the middle of the
It's
week,
interesting.
everything always effective Friday at
It
5
is.
o'clock. So I don't
wonder
know.
why that is. Is that when some people get off work?
Well, I
don't know.
I think the government is done at that point. So, they won't have to take any grief about it for the next
Hey,
2
maybe
days.
for
So
the
I
weekend.
Maybe
half
that's
wonder
it.
if that's half of it there.
That's
So
a
I don't
good-
know. I don't know.
It's a good idea. But he did say gyms could open.
Yay.
Of course, it's related to cleaning protocols, capacity, those kind of things. So there is some restrictions put in place. So that's a good thing. And for us, that's a great thing, because
Timing is
Timing
perfect.
is really good, because
Perfect.
we're getting ready to get our wellness center turned over to us, right, Tom?
That's right.
So timing of this is really good.
excited about
Really
that.
good. But we're going to talk a little bit later in the show about more details. I'm going to save that for our special guests.
Okay.
Okay, gathering numbers.
Do we have
is
special
in-
guests today? Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
We certainly do.
Rude. So the gathering numbers, that's increased. So that's another big one for us.
Yes.
25 people for inside, 50 people for outside.
Whoa, yes.
So you may ask, what does that mean for us here?
It means we can have football games outside. That's exactly what that means, I
So
think.
the resident service team and the wellness team, they're working on what does that mean for us. Can we do some exercise classes now? Can we have small group events here? So once again, at 5 o'clock, it doesn't flip a switch here, and things are instantly in place. So this is something that our team is working toward and discussing what we think we can safely do. What does it mean for River Landing? What
Yeah.
can we do here that we feel comfortable with? So just bear with us.
Yeah, and Lisa, it's a stair-step approach. I mean,
It
it's
is.
we're
It
not going
is.
to throw everything out at once.
not.
You know, that's not been our style.
It hasn't.
You know, we like to think clearly through all of the steps that we take to make sure we're protecting the staff and
Absolutely.
residents here. And so, you know, just because the governor puts this into effect doesn't mean it's going to happen, like you said, tomorrow.
Right.
And, you know, we might put a couple things into effect starting next week, and then
Sure.
a couple weeks from then, we might have something else that we can add, and we'll just
Absolutely.
continue in River Landing style, just to
gonna
kind of
keep
keep
building.
adding and building on
Yep.
things as we can.
Yep, absolutely. Still, of course, he stressed about maintaining 6-foot distance, the wearing of masks and washing of hands.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
hasn't-
going away, I don't think,
It's
none of the
not.
phases. I
That's
think
not ever going to go
just
away.
plan on, it. That's going to be in every phase.
Yeah.
So I don't see that changing any,
I'll tell you, the only thing that might change there is the 6-foot distancing. I mean, you know, that's,
maybe,
you know,
right?
I keep hearing, you know, is 6 foot really the right magic number? Or is
Sure.
it, should it be more? You know, I don't think there's too many people saying less, but there's
Sure.
people that are saying, should it be more than that? So,
Right,
but as of
right.
now, it's still 6 foot,
Right.
so.
You've addressed the healthcare visitation,
Mm-hmm.
that's something, but just like you pointed out, we still are doing the window visits. That
Yes.
hasn't been taken away.
No, that's correct.
So-
Yeah, we need to make sure that that's clear.
Right.
You know, we're not saying that the residents there cannot have visitations. We're just talking about outdoor visitations
Right.
that we are going to have to probably hold off
We
on.
have to hold off on that at
Yeah.
the moment, so. No changes with the bars and restaurants, so restaurants are still at 50% capacity.
Yes.
So you won't see us changing our seating arrangements and things like that yet. That
But you
might
can
happen
get, alcohol up at the clubhouse as long as you're having a meal up
as long
there.
as you're having a meal.
That's
Yep,
right.
absolutely. And Governor Cooper still stressed that people 65 and older,
Yeah,
so that's a lot of our population here.
Yep.
At risk, of course, so still suggesting, you know, avoid public as much as you can.
yes.
Going out to stores and things like that. So just being very careful with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So we get that, been preaching that from the beginning.
We have,
so,
yeah. So Lisa, last week, I guess it was, on Wednesday,
Wednesday, yes.
we had special guests here, right?
We did, Ann and Bob Reagan.
Yes, and they
Reagan.
were nervous but excited, I
Right.
think, about what was going to be happening this week, and
Right.
traveled all the way up to Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky, right.
And I heard there was a nice little send-off for them.
I heard that too. There was a little impromptu golf cart parade.
Yeah, they went by their house.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that's-
a nice little send-off
Again,
for
that
them.
shows how great our residents are here,
Right,
in my opinion.
right.
That's awesome that happened. But we got an update today.
Yes, we've had some good news. So Bob has gotten back to us, and he said Ann's surgery went great. The doctor was able to do the Whipple surgery, so
Yes.
that was their hope all along. They just didn't know. Beginning of the week, they were doing some exploratory things
Right.
to see how things were looking.
Yep.
But they were able to do the actual surgery they were hoping for.
Yeah,
So she's in recovery right now. That's the
Right.
last information we have so far.
yeah.
So,
And it's not over yet at this point. So
Right,
we need to
right.
keep our prayers and our thoughts and
Absolutely.
well wishes going their way. But,
right, because now the recovery phase.
but this is what Ann wanted.
Yes, she
Ann
did.
wanted
She
this
did.
to be able to have this surgery.
She
This was a
did.
big step, and it is a huge step for them. And so
Right.
this is the best possible scenario that could have happened. So,
Absolutely.
So I think that's really great. And, you know,
Yep.
God is good. He answers prayers. And so I just really believe that this is going to be a great thing for them.
Right, right.
So
Absolutely.
we'll see. And I'm sure we'll get more updates
I'm
as
sure. Yeah, Bob's good about that.
next
He'll
week
get-
we'll really have some good updates.
Absolutely.
'Cause
He'll keep giving us updates.
I think they mentioned they'd probably be up there at least 3 weeks,
I think
maybe-ish,
so.
3 or maybe
Yes.
even 4, depending on how well she does with recovery at this point.
Right.
So, okay.
Okay, we have.
We didn't have any questions today, right?
We have 2 questions.
Oh,
today.
2? Okay, good.
Now that we are allowing family visitors to visit with us outside here at River Landing, can we have 1 or 2 family members play golf with us? So it's a great question.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not they're good golfers or not, in my opinion. If they're, if they're good golfers, maybe. If they're not good golfers, I would say no. I mean, I don't know how you'd rate that, Lisa. I mean, is that the answer?
Yeah, I'm not
that's
sure, but
that's
that
probably not
might-
the answer we're really
It probably
officially
isn't.
saying, though, right?
No. The visitation, the family visitation that we're referring to just started this week,
Yes.
actually. So I think Tuesday was the date, September 1st. So we need to see how things go for a little bit here before we go any further with bringing guests in for other things.
Yeah, and quite
So-
honestly, we've been talking about this possibility.
have,
So,
yes.
for those residents that are asking, and we've had a few that have asked us now.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I think that that's going to happen sometime here in the very near future. But, we're just not quite ready to
Right.
pull that trigger on that one yet. But I think
Yep.
we're getting very close to
Yeah.
that. So.
But no, it's in discussion for sure. We have not forgot about that.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good question.
yep, very good question. Okay, this one, I'd have to pull out the crystal ball.
Okay.
Okay, Tom?
All right.
Will there be transportation provided to our election polling site?
Yeah, the answer there is it depends on who you're voting for. So you're going to have to tell us who you're voting for, and if you're voting for the right person, then we'll let you go. If not, we're not going to...
That is not true.
I'm teasing. That's not true. That's not true. So I think the answer to this is we don't know yet, right? Because we don't know if there's going to be issues by November or not. So
Right.
I think we're still encouraging residents to do the...
absentee ballots. The information's up in the lobby area by
Yeah.
the sign-up book. We've been kind of pushing that for the last month and a half now. So please take advantage of that because and the mailroom, so information about absentee ballot is in both locations. We just don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Can we get a group of people on a bus like that?
Yeah.
We just don't know where we're going to be at when it comes November time.
And I'm
So-
just going to say this, it's probably not going to be a really good idea for us to be taking loads of people
Probably not.
on the bus. I don't think that we really want to do that, to
Right,
be honest
right.
with you. And I really don't think it's a great idea for you all to be going to a polling place where you're standing with a bunch of other people. I don't think that's a great idea either.
True.
So please do the absentee ballots. I think that's the
Right.
easiest way. As a matter of fact, I know everybody in my household that can vote has done the absentee ballot. I mean, or
Sure.
applied for it because you don't
Sure.
have the actual
Right,
ballot yet,
right.
of course. But so I would encourage everybody to be doing that.
Absolutely.
We need to
I
keep
agree.
these polling sites empty
Right, right.
because we just, I just don't think we want to chance that. So
Yep. Okay, we're to the good part.
I thought that was the good part.
Just wait. You're getting ready to hear some really good stuff. Tom.
Okay.
All
Okay, it's
right.
coming.
I like that.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I need to backtrack to where we give updates, okay?
Oh, all the way back
So before the
to
questions, I missed something.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's a plug for dining. So Labor Day.
Labor Day.
We have a special Labor Day lunch that day.
Oh.
So the menu is out, it's on CareMerge, and it will also be in your boxes. The bistro, the clubhouse, and the Water's Edge, it's the same meal at all locations.
Okay.
Just like we did for 4th of July, it was the same meal. We don't order off the menu that day. So the Labor Day plate, for $6, you get your choice of pulled pork sandwich, cheeseburger, or hot dog. Toppings include lettuce, tomato, onion, chili, cheese, relish, and slaw. So that sounds good. Then you have a choice of sides. Side salad, watermelon, corn on the cob, coleslaw, house chips, country green beans. So all of it sounds super. So that $6 special, you get two of those sides. But if you want just all sides, you could actually order all sides. They're $1.50 a piece.
Wow.
You just can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Then, of course, there's some choices for desserts and all that good stuff. That's some extra costs there. But all venues will be closed for dinner, like we did for 4th of July. So just remember, we're only open for lunch on Labor Day. Box dinners will be available in the bistro and the clubhouse for folks that want to take it home for supper that night.
There you go.
That way, if you need some food at home, that would work for you. Reservations are still required for the clubhouse and the Water's Edge. As always, in the bistro, that's a walkthrough. You do not need reservations for there. If you're sick or quarantined, residents are given a number on here to call, and they can have their meal delivered to them. For pickups, if you normally would do a pickup for some reason, you call in your order. For Labor Day, you don't have to do that. Everybody will go through the bistro and actually pick up their items because
Yeah.
you'll be choosing what you have there. We'll have it quick and ready to go. But there's no call-in on Monday for regular pickups. You just come through the bistro, pick up your meal, and go from there.
There you go.
So it's a good, easy enough menu that we can have things ready to go for you.
There you go.
So,
Sounds
very
good.
quick.
There was another thing you forgot in the updates. I believe you had
Did
a
I?
conversation with your husband about him watching the show from last week, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm starting to really enjoy these conversations that Lisa and her husband are having because, he gives a really great, I think, opinion on what he thinks about the shows, and it's very honest.
He
and-
gives like a commentary?
Yeah, a
Is that
commentary,
the-
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So he tells me what we did good this one and what we didn't, and he asked me when the next show is going up so he can give me his feedback. I'm not sure why I need his feedback. I'm just not sure about that. I get enough feedback at home that I don't think I need it related to work. But he feels the need to do that.
Yes.
And, he did comment. He said, you're kind of getting after me on the show a little bit. And I said, well, you kind of got after me outside the show, about the show. So he said, one day I'm going to be able to come back to River Landing.
Yes.
And when I come and have a meal with you or something like that, what are people going to think about me? And I said, I don't know. You did it to yourself. I'm not sure what they're going to think.
Well, Chris, when you happen to watch this particular show, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate your commentaries. I think that you're
Oh, my
spot
gosh.
on with your commentary, and I just,
And look at this. Little brown nose in there. So,
I think it sounds like you might need to block Chris from YouTube.
can you do that?
I'm sure there's a way.
Oh,
I bet there's a way.
okay. Thank you, Whitney.
So Chris, find whatever means
No
you
more,
can to
Chris.
get it on YouTube, okay? Okay. Enough stalling. I guess
Okay.
we can get to the good stuff
Now
here,
it's the
right?
good stuff.
All right, is it my turn? Courtney's turn?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Well,
Whitney, go for it.
Before we officially start with the great news, I just want to tell folks that Courtney has worked really hard this week. When she started on Monday, she really just jumped in, and she has been so helpful. I'm so glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
And Jill's been working hard too. So we're all.
She's
we've all-
such a blessing.
She's a blessing.
Yeah, she's a blessing.
And we've all come together to try and come up with a good plan for you. So next week
Let's do a quick check on Courtney. Can we hear Courtney?
Can you hear me?
No?
It's on, and it's
Oh,
green.
Maybe bend it in a little bit
Can you hear me?
or turn her up a little
now
bit.
talk loud.
Yeah.
I'm talking loud. I have a very loud voice. My husband would say I have a big mouth.
Well, tell me you
not
were
as
told
loud
you were
as
quiet
mine.
today.
What?
Tell me we tell you you're quiet.
My
He
husband,
knows better.
Yeah.
He would disagree.
He would disagree.
Oh,
Are we all right,
Aw,
Brian?
there.
Great.
We're going to switch her mic.
Okay.
Are we? Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you, Michelle.
There. Now
Thank you, Michelle.
let's test it out.
Now can you hear me?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
much better.
Okay.
Much better.
All right.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay.
Let's get started.
Effective Monday, September 7th at 7 a.m.
Ooh, that's early.
Bright and early.
we
That's
are
early.
going to do a soft opening of the Wellness Center, which means we're opening, but we may. What's your
You-
mic number? 6. I'm mic number 5.
Yeah, you're a little hard to hear, too.
Oh, here I am. Somebody turned me off. Okay,
Now you can share our
can you hear
exciting
me now?
news.
I'm number 5.
You're good. We're
Okay.
good. Sorry about that, folks.
All right, so effective Monday, September 7th at 7 a.m., we're going to start with a soft opening, which means certain areas are going to open, but we may make some adjustments as we go.
Sure.
So starting Monday morning, the walking track is going to be open.
Yes.
Yeehaw. The gymnasium is going to be open. And in your mailbox, you'll get a schedule of what's happening in the gymnasium, but we have pickleball scheduled, corn toss, and then free time. So you'll be able to sign up if you're interested in playing pickleball. And then corn toss, you're no longer going to have to meet in the hallway outside of this dining room. You're going to
Nice.
be in the gym.
Nice.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m.
Wow.
So we've added an
Okay.
extra day in there for folks who want to play 3 days a week.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And we've got actual corn cobs for you to toss now. Isn't that right?
No corn chop.
No corn cobs
Oh,
will
I
be
thought that we
present.
were really going
No
fancy here.
food. No food in that gym.
We're
Oh,
going to
no.
be really authentic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then the fitness equipment is going to be available for use. And we are going to have staff Monday through Friday 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the fitness center. And that's when we're recommending you to exercise, is during those staffed hours. We highly recommend you use the equipment during staffed hours. But for next week, it is going to look a little different. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are going to be orientations. So we're going to have a sign-up book. It's going to be right outside the main entrance into the Wellness Center. I know some of you have seen where the garage door is. We're going to have a table right there. And that garage door is going to roll up. You're never going to see that again except if there's a fire alarm. That hallway is going to be wide open, and you're going to be welcome to go right into the Wellness Center. But we'll have a sign-up book there, and we're going to have appointments from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. every day. The last sign-up is at 3. Courtney, myself, and Jill are going to do an orientation. And these are going to be a little different than what we've done in the past for orientations. This is going to really just be a general overview. We have new safety protocol that we need to go over. We're going to show you the fitness equipment, but we're going to demonstrate it. So this isn't a time where residents are going to exercise. This is just really a big overview of our fitness center. We're going to talk to you about how to use the equipment. But again, when you start exercising in there, that's when you'll get more of the hands-on. This is more of the overview. So we're hoping that everyone can join us next week, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. But if for some reason you can't make that orientation appointment, our contact,
Shoot me an email.
Yes, and our contact information is on the bottom of a flyer that you're going to get in your mailbox tonight. So beginning Thursday of next week is when you're welcome to come in and exercise. We're requiring all residents to attend an orientation before they begin using the exercise equipment. And this is really important. We have a lot of very nice equipment and new equipment. We want to show you how to use it before you go in there.
So Whitney, let's just be really clear.
Yes.
So if I'm a resident, I want to start using the fitness equipment there, I need to sign up before I can use the equipment. And and on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, you're doing an orientation. So I would sign up for one of those hour-long orientations that you're going to have. And the sign-up book's right in front of where the entrance is going into the Wellness Center. It's going to be on a table there, if I'm not mistaken,
That's right.
And so I sign up there, and let's just say I'm in a Monday orientation. I can't start working out, though, in there until Thursday. Is that correct?
That's correct, Tom.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Just want to make sure we make that very clear.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. And we'll go over some safety guidelines during that orientation
Right.
for you. Yes. And so this information sheet will go in your box tonight, in your resident mailbox. We'll also post it on CareMerge so that you'll have that as a reference. The other thing we're going to include is the schedule for the gym. And so you'll be able to take a look at that. There are some things on the schedule that say coming soon. So we've got chair volleyball scheduled, but we've got that listed as coming soon because we're not going to start that quite yet. It's still a big groups of people, and we're in close proximity while we're playing, so we really have to be careful of that. We're also going to do some pickleball demonstrations. It's called Pickleball Basics, and so that'll be coming soon as well. It's just not going to happen next week. But we'll have the sign-up sheet for you to sign up. If you just want to come and play pickleball on your own, Courtney, Jill, and myself will be in the Wellness Center. And so if you have basic questions, we'll have the rules printed and that sort of thing for many of the games. But when we'll do official demonstrations and classes in the future for some of those activities.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. We've been waiting a long time for this day to come.
We've been
Yeah.
waiting a long
We
time.
have.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you all are, like, ecstatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pumped.
Yeah. This beats going out and shopping for residents at the grocery stores, right?
Although, although I did enjoy helping you all with your groceries, I am excited to be back doing wellness. Yes. Yeah.
You did a great job, too, by the way. And I know that was an important thing that we were doing at that time.
Yes.
So,
I was happy to be able
But
to.
I know you're ecstatic about going back into what you were designed to be doing
Yes.
here and
Yeah.
intended to be doing here.
I
so,
am excited about
yeah,
that.
that's cool.
I know Lisa also mentioned some exercise classes and the possibility of incorporating those back into our schedule. So nothing's going to change right now. Jill's still going to be doing the outdoor class and the broadcasted on the TV, the classes on the TV. But in the future, we probably will be adding back some of those in-person classes because now we've got the ability to have a few more folks. And we have our gymnasium that we can utilize. So that's that is coming in the future. We'll just figure out the timing of that.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you'll be using the gym for some of these classes as
We
well as
may.
the fitness studio
That's right.
that we used to use, so it'd be a combination of those two spaces, but that's great that we're going to be able to add back, I mean, with us being able now to have 25 in-house instead of 10, it brings back this element into it that we didn't have
Yes.
before, so that's exciting.
And we've had a lot of questions about pool classes as well, and just know that we're working on that too.
Now, when you say pool classes, it's not billiards, it's...
No, I'm sorry, swimming pool.
Yeah, swimming pool.
Water aerobics.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, well, I know you've had a lot of questions about
Yes.
that, and we're working towards that
We
one a
are.
little bit. That one's going to take a little longer
Yeah.
to kind of figure that out.
That's right.
Yeah.
And while you have me here, can I do one more plug?
Oh, sure.
All right, we have the River Games coming up in
Yes, we
October.
do.
So that's coming fast. You know, we normally do our annual Olympics, but this year we're doing the River Games, which will be in-house Olympics, competition among our residents. So be on the lookout in the next coming weeks for information about that. That'll go out in your mailboxes. And maybe you can invite me back
Oh,
on
yeah.
the show, and we can do
Sure.
a little
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I want to see a competition between the three of you.
Maybe you'll invite Courtney back.
Of course, Courtney.
Yes.
You know, we'd be
Courtney can
blessed
come.
to have her, so
Yeah,
yes.
Courtney can come talk about
It's
it.
never going to get old, is it?
It's not for
No,
me.
it's not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he'll wear that out.
I guess it could be worse, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you could have an unusual name that wouldn't be so great. So, I mean, you know, that's a great that you got, your last name is Bless.
Your
I
first
think.
name could be Amber, and then what do you do, Tom?
Amber
If your
Alert.
name's-
Amber Alert.
If your
you
name's
know,
Amber,
so,
it's an
yeah.
Amber Alert.
Actually, I got that one from Kevin. I didn't come up with that one on my own.
Oh, that
So
was
I heard
Kevin.
Kevin say that one day.
Okay,
So
okay.
I thought that was pretty clever, to be honest with you. So, yeah. All right. Anything else you all want to share? You've been busy trying to get ready for the day, for next week. So I think it's really exciting.
It's very exciting.
Now, on the walking track, you're going to have signs as they get off the elevator on the walking track?
Actually, as they turn the corner to the entrance of the walking track, it'll tell you which direction you're going to go. I'm guessing that's what you're referring to.
That's where I was going,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll have a weekly direction on the track.
Okay.
So it'll alternate each week.
Yeah, because we want everybody walking in the same direction.
And why do you
That's
do
right.
that, Whitney?
Well, there's two reasons. The first reason is because if you're up there and you're walking in the same direction all the time, your joints are affected differently each time. So if you're always making a left-hand turn, you got more pressure on that left knee, right? And somebody told me so we don't wear the track out.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, and as you're rounding turns, you don't want to be, if somebody kind of cuts at the corner and they're rounding a turn and somebody's coming the other way, I mean, you actually could have
Oh, now that, we definitely
that's a
don't want
safety
people-
issue,
Yes.
right? So we
Yes,
don't
if
want
you've
that
got
to have happen
Everybody
either.
has to go the same way.
So if everybody's going the
Yes.
same way, you're not gonna have the collisions, and that's what we want.
That's
So-
right.
So please pay attention to which direction
Yes.
people are walking, right?
And we're going to talk about that too in the orientation. There are some things that you need to say, like if you're getting ready to pass somebody, you want to let them know that you're passing them.
Yeah.
And we're going to pass on the left.
Yeah.
So on the outside of the track is for walkers, and on the inside of the track is where you might be walking fast or jogging. And so if you're going to pass somebody, you just will say, passing on your left. Hello. You don't want to scare them, right, and jump
Right,
up on them.
right,
So give them
sure.
a little warning. And with that, too, you want to maintain social distance. So we're fortunate. Our track is about 11 feet wide. In some areas, it's even more in the corners. So when you're passing, you don't want to be right on top of somebody. We really do want to try and maintain social distance
Sure.
when we're exercising up there.
And how many laps is it for a mile?
Well, do we have a winner?
We do.
Let's
we
see.
ready?
Oh, I was trying to get her to spill it out without,
ready?
Yeah.
without going through the trivia question, so.
Okay, so the question was, how many laps around the new wellness walking track makes up 1 mile? And the answer is 16.
Oh, yes.
So
That is somewhere between 15 and 17, so, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So Tom gave a hint during the show.
Yeah, it was a little late, though. They already.
It was a little late. You're
Michelle already
right.
had the hint, but had the winner.
15, 16, 17, yep. So the winner today is Elaine Hart.
Oh,
All
Elaine.
right.
She's a lucky winner.
Yes, she is.
She must have fast fingers
I
to
was
get
gonna
that phone
say.
number in.
Does she
Must
win a
have
lot
it
of
on
bingo,
speed dial.
She
Brian?
must.
Oh, she hosts it with you. Well, that's good for everybody else then. So they all have a chance.
the winner of this wonderful tumbler.
All right.
So, yep.
Well, I know I speak for everybody when I say welcome, Courtney and Whitney. Y'all, great job. Very excited. One thing I think we had talked about opening the game room, and we realized that with the governor's executive order, we were not allowed to open up that room yet. So,
It actually spells out.
so you can see in the window as you're walking around the track, you'll see some of the
Right.
stuff starting to go in there, but we can't use it yet. So,
Yep.
but that'll be later down the road that we can add that. And right now, we're not really having a lot of visitors, family visitors coming in, so we're limiting you. So, and you can't use the amenities anyway. So it's residents I know could probably use it if we were open, but
Right.
we can't open it up yet.
Right.
Maybe in 2.7.
Yeah, exactly.
we don't know,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
So we'll
Well,
have
I'm
to
hoping
wait.
we go to 3 next.
And
So.
also in our wellness center, we have the classroom area.
Mm.
And so Brian and I are working together, and we're going to come up with some programming in the next couple of weeks. We'll be able to stay under that max limit of 25
Yep.
and maintain social distance in there. So we'll have some programming coming out for that.
That classroom's going to be great.
It's great.
It's
a
going to be
wonderful
such a blessing, and it'll free up a lot of the stuff that we do in here to have
Absolutely.
over there.
Yes.
And so it's going to be great to have that eventually here,
Yes.
too. So, we're getting there. I mean, really, this is a big day for us to being able to
yeah.
say that we're going to be able to start opening up this wellness center. And it's beautiful. Every time I walk in, I said this about the clubhouse, that every time I walk in the clubhouse, I just get this big smile on my face, and I still do. But now I get the same smile when I walk into the wellness center. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I mean, I think
And-
you're all going to love it.
The quality of the equipment that we have, it's top notch. You are going
Yeah.
to be impressed with what we have.
Yeah, our vendor that brought in the equipment told us that the Carolina Hurricanes, their equipment room isn't anywhere near as nice as
That's
ours
right,
is.
right.
And
The Carolina Hurricanes professional hockey team.
Yes.
They also use Kaiser equipment, and we've got more than they do. So,
And
yeah.
didn't he say something else about our gym?
Yeah, he told me that, he goes, this is one of the best ones in the state.
In the state.
In the state. So, I think that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
When we do things here, we try and do them right. And so nothing but the best for our residents. And so we spoil you. I know we do, but we like spoiling you as best we can. So just remember that we're spoiling you. That helps a little bit, right?
And just as a reminder, where's a good place to park for the wellness area?
That's a great question, Lisa.
Yes, Lisa.
The parking area for the Wellness Center is near the Bistro and Beauty Shop parking lot. That's the best way to enter the Wellness Center because you can park right there and you come in those double doors and you're going to be looking at that big hallway open to the Wellness Center.
Because that's where the entrance is.
That's
into
the
wellness.
official entrance.
Right.
And there's plenty of parking out there for cars and golf carts. We've got plenty of golf cart parking out there as well.
Yeah, where the old tennis court used to be.
Yep.
That's where we want you to
That's right.
park.
Yeah.
We really don't want you to encourage you to park in the back. Quite honestly, a lot of the back area is going to be needed for staff parking, and there's really not a great place for residents to be parking back there anyway.
Right.
So we really are encouraging you now. That whole area where the tennis court used to be was redone with the mindset that was going to be strictly for residents using those parking spots there. So there's a ton of golf cart parking, and there's at least 12 car spots that are there. And so there should be plenty of room for residents to come in and out.
Didn't you count close to 40 golf cart
Close to
spots?
40 betwing cars and golf carts.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So that's,
And that's not
Pretty
counting
good.
the little area that's right there.
Around the corner
That's
there,
another,
right.
there's a few more golf cart parking spots there too. So exciting.
It is
Yeah,
exciting.
very exciting.
Yes.
Now, I think we mentioned this, but Courtney was, she was like this all-star goalie for her college soccer team, right? I mean,
Wouldn't go that far.
well, I don't know. I mean, looking at her resume, I saw the first page, with just, some of the things she had done from a scholarly standpoint. And then the whole second page was all these awards she had won, for being the women athlete of the year and, just the goalie of the year and all these different attributes. I mean, and just awards you won. It was quite impressive, Courtney.
Thank you.
Courtney is very
She's very humble.
She is, so absolutely.
It's been a while since I played, so I don't revisit it often.
Well, maybe you could do some kind of demo up here one day for the gym.
Oh, goodness.
Like we can throw balls at you.
Yes,
and you can
I
block
like that idea. We can set up a goal here.
Yeah.
And we
it.
could, yes,
it.
I think
No
that,
pressure, it's fine.
wow, that's awesome. What a great team you have now. And you already had a great team member, Whitney, with Jill, and now you've just added another great team member. So
Thank you.
Great
very
addition.
cool.
And she really has just jumped right in.
Yeah, it feels like she's been here for at least 2 weeks now.
Sometimes I feel that way too. It depends.
I told her, you've just come at a really busy time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we need her.
That's true.
We
So
do.
in perfect
Good
timing.
timing. Yeah.
Perfect timing. So.
Yep.
Okay, Lisa, I think we're going to let Brian do the birthdays for the day. Is that right? Is that what I understand, since he had to help us out last time? Is that?
I think I have it right this
Oh,
time.
okay, I'm sorry. Great, okay.
It was my
I wasn't
mistake,
sure.
though.
You know, Brian had to help us last time. I
I
wasn't
know,
sure.
and I'm glad he did because I read the calendar wrong. So it was not Brian's fault at all. It was mine.
But you know what?
And Brian said he knows. So
But fortunately, with his help, we fixed it. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
we might have gotten it wrong to begin the first time, but you know,
That's right.
we figured things out
we
here.
always recover, so we tried to anyway.
That's right.
Yesterday, I just want to reiterate the birthdays from yesterday. Betty Farlow, Dick Klotz, and Sarah Hawes.
Yes. Happy birthday again.
I think Brian's watching me now because he's QAing me as we go. So today,
Yes.
Barbara Elfin and Dale Hall.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
Okay. Friday, Julia Mangus and Bill Meyerhoff.
Awesome.
Okay. Saturday, Carolyn Weems.
Wow.
And one more day to get us through the weekend. Sunday, Gail Gundula and Susan Ravenel.
Awesome. That's a lot of
Okay,
birthdays.
That's a lot of birthdays.
Yeah.
Now for staff, yesterday was Trevor Moss in Golf and Grounds. And on Saturday is Alyssa Klein in nursing. And that also gets us through the weekend. So, right, Brian? Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Lisa, I want to just be the first to say, great job on the birthdays today.
Thank you, Tom.
I'm-
Thank you, Tom.
We're very happy for you and excited that this worked out so well today.
Yes.
So
Do you
thank
feel like Tom is critiquing you, like Chris might
Oh.
be critiquing you?
Not at all.
Oh my
I just told her she
gosh.
did a great job. Chris doesn't tell
Oh
her
my
that.
gosh. Is it happening all over
I
again?
don't know. I mean, before the great job was a lot of,
Sarcasm?
yes.
I didn't think I was sarcastic in what I was saying.
Look at you
I
get
thought
three
I was
women. Three
Brian,
women together.
Brian, did I say? You think I said? Okay, I guess I did sound
Oh,
sarcastic. So
they're
you-
agreeing.
Gal's got
I mean, if
stick to it.
Brian says it, I believe it because you know Brian, he's just he can't lie. So yeah, I know
Can't
he
tell
can't lie.
lie.
So
Okay.
okay.
Wow. See, you may not want to have three women on again because we kind of support each other.
I love it. Are
Girl
you kidding? This is
code.
great. This is great.
Oh. Okay, this week, to finish off the week, we have one more day. Friday. Fun Fridays, and it's a surprise guest. Right, Brian? Two surprise guests. See, I'm surprised. And Brian's not here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it will be fine. Surprise guest tomorrow. Then next week, Monday, MASH. MASH is back.
MASH.
Okay? MASH Mondays. Tuesday is the River Churns.
Yes,
So you can
Tuesday.
tune back in and see us.
Yes.
Wednesday, Kahoot. 1960s trivia.
Oh yeah.
And people are really liking this trivia. So that's a good thing. Thursday, River Churns again.
We're on twice next week.
Twice.
Woohoo!
Woo! And, next week,
Yeah.
we have on Thursday a special guest. Well, two special guests from the Furl program.
Furl. That's
Furl.
right.
Yep, Free University
At River Landing.
at River Landing. I'm sorry, Jim Kalaki, I had a moment.
She had a birthday moment. It's okay.
I should have left it at Furl.
That's all right. You know, when you were doing the happy birthdays, I almost said happy anniversary instead of happy birthday. I had to catch myself.
Oh, boy. Okay, so next Thursday, that is, special guest to talk about our Furl program. So.
And we'll
Fri-
probably have Ken on Tuesday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Ken is going to be on Tuesday. You're right. And then Friday, another fun Friday.
Surprise guest.
Surprise
Right?
guest,
Surprise
I'm
guest.
sure. I'm sure there will be.
They don't even know who it is yet. It's going to be a real surprise at this point. So.
I'll be as surprised as you all are. So, surprise. Okay. Do we have anything else?
Yes, I have a joke.
Okay.
Is it any good?
How does she know?
Wow. Okay, this is your last time on the show.
Or is it a dad joke, is my real question.
I think you'll have to find out for yourself whether you like it or not. All I know is that when I did this one for the residents several years ago, they liked it. So,
Okay.
So there's hope.
so yeah.
There sure is.
So Courtney, this isn't for you anyway. This is for the residents anyway. So, anyway, a mom visits her son for dinner who lives with a girl roommate. During the course of the meal, his mother couldn't help but notice how pretty his roommate was. She had long been suspicious of a relationship between the two, and this had only made her more curious. Over the course of the evening, while watching the two interact, she started to wonder if there was more between him and his roommate than meets the eye. Reading his mom's thoughts, the son volunteered, "I know what you must be thinking, but I assure you we're just roommates." About a week later, his roommate came to him saying, "Ever since your mother came to dinner, I've been unable to find the silver plate. You don't suppose she took it, do you?" He said, "Well, I doubt it, but I'll email her just to be sure." He sat down and wrote, "Dear Mother, I'm not saying that you did take the silver plate from my house. I'm not saying that you did not take the silver plate, but the fact remains it has been missing ever since you were here for dinner. Love, your son." Several days later, he received an email from his mother which read, "Dear son, I'm not saying that you do sleep with your roommate. I'm not saying that you do not sleep with her, but the fact remains that if she was sleeping in her own bed, she would have found a silver plate by now under her pillow."
I love that joke.
Isn't that a great one? That's all. Love, Mom.
That's a good one.
That's a good one to end with.
So what'd you think, Courtney? Was it a good one?
It was higher quality than a dad joke, I'll give it to you.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Courtney. I guess you can come back on the show. Well, wow, it's been a great show.
It
A lot of
has,
fun. I
yes.
think Chris is even going to like this one. So.
I think he will, too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think he will. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for both for being on the show. We're looking forward to next week. I'm very excited. Yay. Okay. With that being said, I hope you all have a nice, cool Thursday afternoon. That's kind of hard to do with as hot as it is outside, but try and stay cool. We love you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday. God bless.